Good morning. Good day. Let's see if we can get you a little. I decided to just do a little coffee, tea, and me moment like I used to do with you all. I'm drinking mango and ginger and energy tea, green tea. Yeah. So how's life? I hope everything is going good with you. I took the whole day to myself yesterday. I had to, you know, twist up my locks and do all that kind of stuff. Me time. Like I was saying, you got to gather yourself every now and then and just do what you got to do for you. And today is Monday, so happy Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. I'm sitting on my deck. I call it mine because I really enjoy it. This deck is where we used to bring Mr. Grant in the morning when he came home this month. Actually, it might have been, let's see, today is the 4th or 5th, I think. I think he came home on that day. Yep. Came home from the Braintree rehab. And it was kind of a happy yet sad day. But this deck is where we used to bring him every morning when they'd get him up. He'd sit here and enjoy the sun rising till it got too hot, and then we'd go inside. Some of you on here will remember that day, those times, month of August. Yeah, he even visited a few friends out here. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today because I'm doing me, and I just thought it was time to just sit here and talk to you all. I haven't done it in a while, you know what I mean? Usually I do a live, go live, and you all don't know I'm going live. It happens. Let's see if I can raise this thing up a little bit. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Alright, hold on. And then, like I want to do stuff, but sometimes I'm trying to do stuff and people want to visit me, call me in the middle of my recordings. So it doesn't always happen. And I used to do it in the park, right? Or on my walks. Coffee, tea, and me. So I'm in my backyard on the deck. I would normally be out here gardening and doing stuff like that, but the rats this year have been horrendous. And we've tried everything to eliminate them. They're burrowing in the garden, so you can't grow anything. The only thing growing is a tomato plant, I think, in one of the gardens, and a big weed thing that I don't know what it is, although it has flowers on it. Something the rats brought in. And it takes work to clean up the backyard and present in a presentable way. I used to come out here and put the chairs up and the tables and the umbrellas and make it really nice back here, but no one appreciates that. So I'm not doing it this year. I didn't do anything. I did help clean. That's it. Everybody wants to complain about it, but you got to put in the work. I'm not doing all the work for you all for you to say you don't like it. So, sorry, neighbors. But anyway, I'm not here to tell you about that either. Well, maybe it's me time. Hey, it is what it is. But I prefer to do things that make me happy. Music, playing my drum. hmm Which, matter of fact, tonight at the Jungle, because today's Monday, first Monday of the month, at the Jungle in Somerville, Sambalolo will be playing. That's a West African band from Mali. And the singer is Boubacar Diabeti. And I will be playing my hand drum tonight. So there. Why don't you be there or be square? Yeah. I enjoy playing my drum. Matter of fact, I don't get to play it as much as I'd like to. And I don't have to play with people. I played yesterday in between doing my hair, my locks, not my hair. Oh, let me tell you something funny. So I follow this one loctician, Chris McDread. And sometimes he puts these funny posts up about other people, you know, and their locks and their lock journeys and the good, the bad, and the ugly. And he does that for us to learn, right? And I learned how to repair my hair. And I've had my locks since 1995 officially. And I've had to trim twice, not because I had to. It just was the time, you know, the universe talks to me, and sometimes you have to make a change to move to the next phase. And they were getting kind of heavy too for me. I'm short, so anyway, I'll tell you about that journey another time. Anyway, Chris posts this particular video about a young dread, and he was pointing to one of his locks. It was like, you know, like failing near the root. But it's a simple fix. It's real simple. Chris, if it weren't for Chris McDread, I think I probably would have lost my locks a long time ago. I don't have your conventional. I don't even want to say conventional. It's not even right. My hair is straight, so it was a little harder to lock up than, say, someone from Africa or wherever. I mean, or some of my kids have the right texture of hair to lock up. But I did it, right? But you can still repair the weakness in it. And that's what I learned from Chris McDread. He shows you how to repair locks no matter what type of hair you have. So I see this video, and people are commenting on it. Of course, that's what Chris wants you to do. And in the video, the young man is saying, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And he's holding his lock with the little piece, you know, thinned out. So I know it's an easy fix because I've had to do it to myself. And remember, my texture of my hair is a lot different, so his would have been a real easy fix. And I have had the opportunity of fixing someone's locks like that. So, and I don't do this. I normally don't want to be involved in fixing other people's locks, but I can do it. So, in the video, people are commenting on it, right? And it's pretty much positive, which is what Chris wants. So I decided my instincts just chimed in and said, it's an easy fix, just crochet it. Easy. It's not hard. Anyone could do it. Once you learn how to do it, it's like second nature. It's like braiding, but more permanent. So I'd say about a week has gone by since I placed that comment. Other people liked the comment and agreed, You know, it's an easy fix. It was. It would have been an easy fix. I get a response. Now be careful how you respond to me, because I'm going to give it back to you the same. Well, I'm going to give it back to you. You might not like the way I respond. This person says, and I don't know if it was a male or a female, says, well, that's dumb. Why would you put dead hair on top of dead hair? That's not recommended. I can't wait for Chris McDread to respond to this person. But I had to. I had to. I just had to. I said, well, I think Chris would have something else to say about that. I really do. And I've had my locks for, like I said, well over 30-something years. And I have repaired many weak spots. And my hair is still living. So how would I be putting dead hair on top of dead hair? You're not cutting the hair off. You're just folding it and crocheting it. So, anyway, it was just a side note. People crack me up. But I know Chris McDread's gonna see that at some point. He's gonna say something. I know he will. He always has something to say. He's a good loctician. He's a good loctician. I learned a lot about my locks. I learned a lot how to help it to be healthy, how to groom it. And that's what I was doing yesterday, just grooming. Because every now and then you got to take time, and it's a process. It's not, and I don't have somebody to do it for me, so I have to do it myself. And I kind of want my locks to just be what they want to be, not trying to conform it. You know, it's like, it's my path. So some are going to be wild and crazy, some are going to be not wild and crazy, some are going to be tame, mostly not. And it's my life, it's my journey, it's my function of my heart, and it is the path that I'm walking on, and it's not a cut and dry path. You know, you're going to have rough spots. And I've noticed a big increase in growth all of a sudden this past month. I'm not sure if it was because I've been at the ocean, or when it gets hot, you know, I have to wash it more frequently because I'm sweating like crazy. But I've noticed a big increase in growth this particular month. Not August, but in July, I noticed that. And how I know that is when I do have to groom it, it takes longer because I have so much at the roots I've got to tighten up. And you do that with the crochet hook and twisting, palm rolling. Palm rolling is a little hard for me, but the rest of it's easy. It just takes time. I've got a bunch of new locks that I just started last night because there's so much hair growth. Sure, I'm happy about that, but it's just crazy. Like, it's crazy. I'm loving it. So a lot of people might say, well, why do you keep it wrapped up? Well, because there's a lot of negative energy out, you know, in my surroundings, and for a Rasta woman, or Rasta people in general, we have to protect these are our antennas. Now, somebody else might say something differently, but for me, these are my antennas, and I do pick up energy, and it can affect me. Sometimes I send out energy through them, and I just know when to do it, when not to do it. Get out of here for mine. So I usually try to keep it semi-wrapped as you see right now. It's only because I put a treatment in there. It's like something I do just before I wash it with shampoo. And that could be causing the growth spurt too. Wow. But yeah, I try to contain it. It's I did trim it in March because I'm on a new journey, a new thing. Not a new thing. Oh Lord, how do I explain? It's a new journey. That's all I need to tell you. It's a new journey. It's a new journey. Same journey, but a new path. New path. And I had to when you need things to change in your life, you have to let go of something that you love. You have to make a change. You had to. So say you want a new dress or a new pair of pants or a new something, and you've got plenty of clothes to choose from. You need to let go of some of them things you haven't been using for a long time. Maybe it don't fit you anymore. Maybe it don't look right on you anymore. Maybe it's out of fashion. Maybe it's not in. It's not the look for you. You gotta let that go in order for you to go and put something else in there. So it's the same thing with a lock journey. You have to decide on how you're going to care for it and how or like in my case, I had to take a trim. I was literally being so tangled up in it, I couldn't leave it out at all. But that's not the reasoning for doing it. It's a spiritual journey, and I'm not going to go into the reasonings behind why I made the shift. But I did make a slight shift. I say slight because it's not drastic. And before you know it, 7 years from now, it'll be back where it was, but in a healthier way. And since I did it, I feel the change happening. I feel the changes that I made that sacrifice for. And yeah, it's just part of my journey. It's part of my journey. Because everybody's journey is different. It just is. And I did it on a particular full moon that was an auspicious moon. So that's even more of a good vibration. And it's been very helpful. Very helpful that I made that change. For now. We'll see in 7 years how it goes. Because it's a 7-year journey that I'm on. So, how's your life? How's your journey? What's going on? I know you're going to hear a bunch of noise in the background. In my neighborhood, there's a lot of buildings going up, construction. There's a house being renovated, 2 or 3 houses down from here. And tall buildings going on. I just want to be in the mountains where there's no people. There's bears, deers, and antelopes. I can stand on the plain and yell, hello, 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 hello. And it comes back to you. That's all. I grew up in the mountains when I was from age... I think when I arrived there I was 6.5 and I turned 7 that following January. 7 till I was 12 in the mountains of Vermont, a little town called Roxbury. You just drive right through and you're through it. And like education wise was not a good thing for me. I can tell you it was a horrible experience. But living, learning, surviving, They were hard times up there. They were hard. They were hard. But I had a good grandmother that taught me a lot of things. A lot of things about the woods, herbs. It's surprising that I still remember them to this day. But from age 7 till I was 12, she was teaching. She was teaching. She didn't really teach the other kids. I guess they weren't quite old enough. Well, I mean, she took them out into the woods, but they probably just don't remember anything she was doing. But she was focusing on teaching me those things about bushcraft. And I mean, I didn't know that's what we were doing, but now that I'm older and wiser, I know that she was teaching us bushcrafting and surviving, learning how to survive. Did I ever tell you a story about the blueberry patch? So my grandmother Ruth, she used to take us out, picking berries and stuff. She took us this one day to go pick blueberries, wild blueberries. These are not your conventional in the backyard blueberries. These you have to go into the woods and find them. And there's other creatures out there that love the same thing that you're out there picking. We each have a bucket, and while she finds this great blueberry patch, and she says, okay, pick your blueberries, pay attention, and if there is a bear or a deer that comes by to eat the blueberries while you're picking them, just stand still. Don't run, don't scream, just stand still and let them do what they're doing, and they will leave. Okay, so we're picking our blueberries, and I think we had Ernie, Linda. Not sure if Kevin was there because he would have been too small, but he could have been there, and Harry. Harry would have been a toddler, like 2. It's the funniest thing. I mean, it may not seem funny to you because you weren't there. So we're all picking our blueberries. Most of us are eating our blueberries more than we are putting them in the bucket. My grandmother was going, Grandma Ruth was going to town. She had her buckets full. She had like 2 or 3 buckets to our little bucket. So if this was a bucket, if we had any blueberries in the bucket, it would be a miracle. Most of it was on our faces. Shoot, I was thinking about eating them. I wasn't thinking about putting them in the bucket. And all of a sudden, now remember what I told you. She said, you stand still if you see any creatures. Don't scream and don't run. That's what she said. Right, Grandma? All of a sudden we hear this shrill of a screech and buckets flying. My grandmother left us there. She ran down the hill. She ran down, we were in the woods. We were in like a logging trail or something. She was gone like lightning. Remember, I was 6.5, 7. That was when we first moved there to Vermont. She was gone. She came back. She did come. She did come back. Yes, she did. She did. But for that moment of time, we stood still because we didn't know what had happened until she came back. While she was running and screaming, we heard another noise. It was a bear. Ran the opposite direction with some little baby cubs that ran with her. A spectacular indeed. True story. So, I don't know what happened to Grandma Ruth. Why she didn't follow with her own, whatever you call that, lessons. But she did come back within like a few minutes and gathered us up and said, let's go, let's go, let's go. Needless to say, all the blueberries she had picked, at least 2 of the buckets were still full, but the rest were all over the place. Those bears are gonna come back and enjoy the spoils, or the deer. Yeah, there's lots of stories I could talk about up there in Vermont. That was a learning curve experience. Yeah, that's what it was. Life is something else. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up my tea. I just wanted to say good morning, good day, and when the evening comes, have a great evening. Don't forget to give thanks and praises for breathing, that you got up this morning, and even for this cup of tea, give thanks. Smile upon your brother and your sister. And I'm not talking about just your biological ones. All your brethren and sisters out there in the world, smile upon them. Because we're all connected. We're all one people. And enjoy your day. I'm going to go to the beach, I think. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to head out to Nahant. I'm going to take my bike too. I see people riding their bikes down there on the bike path, and I'm going to take a little ride out there as well as be on the beach. So that's part of my plan. I'm going to get rolling after I'm done talking to you all. It's Monday. And the sky is blue. Like my baby blues that you can't see. And if you're out and about tonight, come to the jungle and listen to Sambololo. You'll enjoy it. I will try to videotape some of it. Because when other people videotape, they don't share it with me. So it's like they're sharing it, but they're not sharing it. See, I tag the band. I do it for me and for the band because I need to keep track of what I'm doing and see how I'm playing, because I'm still new to this, and also for the band, for discography. You need that. It's like a bio. You need to keep track of how you're performing. So I hope I see some of you out there. If you do come out, make sure you say you saw me. And yeah. We have some more gigs coming up for Sambololo in August, and I'll keep you abreast of that on my Facebook page for sure. So follow me on Facebook and Instagram, AngelNaphtalie. AngelNaphtalie Aguirre on Facebook, and just AngelNaphtalie on Instagram. And I do have Angels Inspired Thoughts, but I have so many pages I can't keep up with them. And YouTube, AngelNaphtali's Journey. I'm going to change it to just AngelNaphtalie, but I want people to know it's my journey. I'm not just doing one particular thing. I do a lot of things, so I want you to be part of the journey of who I am, and follow me in that capacity until I nudge it down, which I don't plan on doing, to one topic. I can't just be one thing. I'm many things. I'm a musician, artist. I'm an artist, a painter. I'm an artist at everything. Anything I do. I'm a gardener. I'm a biker. What else do I do? I'm a neighborhood walker. I don't walk dogs though. I did walk some of my children's dogs, but yeah, and I could have a dog, but I I'm trying to move on with my life and not have anything to stop me from moving to the next spot